Take a look at race number 12 on Saturday at Churchill Downs. It is the Grade 1 Kentucky Derby. It's a mile and a quarter with a purse of $5 million. It's finally here. The Kentucky Derby is finally here. All the preps are over. Now it's time for the first Saturday in May. Before I get started, I want to welcome all of you who may be new to my channel. I like playing exotics, exactas, trifectas, and superfectas. But normally I pick 4 horses to use on my tickets. Since it's the Kentucky Derby with 20 horses, I'll pick 5. From that group, I'll pick 1 winner. And those of you who have supported my channel for a while, thank you. I appreciate your support. To all the new subscribers, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's take a look at the field of the Grade 1 Kentucky Derby. At 20-1, Citizen Bull, trained by Bob Baffert. Bob Baffert is back. Off a 3-year suspension, he's back. Citizen Bull, well, he should be forward in this one, coming in from post position number 1. That's his favorite running style anyway. I mean, he's gone gate to wide American Pharaoh. Same thing in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And Bob Lewis, gate to wire. He had everything his own way in those 3 races. Next time out in Santa Anita Derby, he had not so much. He had some competition up front, and he did not like that. Finished 4th, behind by 9 3/4 in that race. Last time horses won from post position number 1, you got to go all the way back to 1986. She's getting 20-1 on a Bob Baffert horse. Bob Baffert has won this race 6 times. Let's take a look at another horse that would like to be forward. It's Eques, 30-1, ridden by Flavian Pratt. Pratt says if Baeza gets in, he's going to ride Baeza instead. This horse is trained by Safi Joseph. Eques finished 3rd in the Fountain of Youth Stakes. Next time out in the Florida Derby, stretching out to 1.8 miles, his trainer said, I don't know if he can get the distance. I'm going to send him. See how far he can go. When his trainer said that, I sure wasn't going to pick this horse to win, because if your trainer's not confident in you, then I shouldn't be confident in you either. And he finished 3rd in the Florida Derby. I did use him underneath. Well, he had trouble getting 1.8 miles, so now they're going to stretch him out to 1.25 miles. Getting 30-1 on the 2-horse, Eques. He will be part of the pace. Now, last time a horse won from post position number 2, they got to go back to 1978. But the in the money percentage for that post position is 27.4%. That's pretty good. Flavian Pratt, he's had 7 mounts in the Kentucky Derby. He's hit the superfecta 6 times. He's finished in the top 4 6 times. Let's take a look at Final Gambit at 30-1. Trained by Brad Cox. Getting 30-1 on a Brad Cox horse. 2 races back, he broke his maiden by 2 1/4. Then he took him off of Eques. And he got faster. He got much faster. Where did that come from? Look at that speed figure. 101. Winning by 3 1/2. He's going to try dirt for the first time, but he's side by not this time. Not this time, horses, so they can get dirt. They can get turf. They can get the synthetic. It doesn't matter which surface. He should be able to get the distance. You're getting 30-1 on the 3-horse. Final Gambit. Rodriguez at 12-1. Also trained by Bob Baffert. Ridden by Mike Smith. Yeah, they're going to send him. That's his running style. He needs to lead. Broke his maiden, gate to wire, won by 7. Wood Memorial, they sent him in that race. He won by 3 1/2. Mike Smith said he had a lot of horse left. He thinks this horse can run all day. Look at that speed figure, 105. That was an impressive win in the Wood. Got a 101 buyer speed figure. Now, last time the Wood Memorial produced a Derby winner, you got to go back to 2003. He's side by Authentic. I root for Authentic's progeny. I have ownership shares in Authentic. And my racehorse sends us a little check when his stud duties are over. And unfortunately, his stud fee has been decreasing. If Rodriguez does well, that could help out Authentic's stud fee. So I will be rooting for Rodriguez. He's going to have some company up front. At least on paper, he's going to have some company up front. And there's no way in the world they would let this horse go to lead all by himself. Bob Baffert horse on lead, controlling the pace in the Kentucky Derby. We've seen that before. He should have some company up front. You're getting 12-1 on the 4-horse. Rodriguez. Let's take a look at American Promise, trained by Wayne Lucas. Wayne Lucas has won this race 4 times. He should be forward in this race. Look what he did last time in the Virginia Derby. He set a track record. 105. Brisnet speed figure, winning by 7 3/4. He's bred to run all day. He's going to have to break well. They say he doesn't like to have dirt kicked in his face. So if he doesn't break well, he's going to get some dirt kicked in his face in the Kentucky Derby. He is coming off a 7-week layoff. I don't know about that 7-week layoff, but you're getting 30-1 on the 5-horse. American Promise. Admaya Daytona. 30-1. One of 2 Japanese horses in this race. He won the UAE Derby. Gate to wire last time out. Only pulling it out by a nose. But he did win. Horses coming in from Dubai to the Kentucky Derby, well, they're 0 for 20. 19 of them have never hit the board. Forever Young was the first to hit the board last year. It's got a solid jockey aboard. You're getting 30-1 on the 6-horse. Admaya Daytona. And the other Japanese shipper, well, he's not just the other Japanese shipper. He's the one with the most fanfare. He's 15-1, and this horse is good. He's real good. He's won 4 in a row, including last time out winning by 5. But Japanese runners are 0 for 8 in the Kentucky Derby. Getting 15-1 on Luxor Cafe. Side by American Pharaoh. He should have no problem getting the distance. Take a look at your morning line favorite, the 8-horse. Journalism at 3-1. Look at what he's done. Broke his maiden by 2.5. In the Los Al. Took on a few of Baffert's horses and they couldn't compete with him. Next time out in San Felipe, same thing. Took on a few of Baffert's horses and they still couldn't compete with him. He increased his speed figure nicely in that race. Then in the Santa Anita Derby. Oh man, he was pinned on the rail. Can't do that again, Rispoli. He got dirt kicked in his face. He still won by 3/4 of a length. He has the fastest Brisnet speed figure in this race at 108. He has the fastest Beyer speed figure in this race, also at 108. He is the best 3-year-old in this race. But we all know that the best 3-year-old doesn't always win the Kentucky Derby. Mystic Dan won it last year. Was he the best 3-year-old? He wasn't even the best 3-year-old in his trainer's stable. A few years before that, Rich Strike won this race. Was he the best 3-year-old? Yeah, not even close. Got 20 horses in this field. Everything's got to go your way. You got to get the right trip, the right pace. Your jockey has to make the right decision at the right time. Got to get the right weather. Keep an eye out on the sky. Getting 3-1 on 8-horse journalism. I will use journalism on my tickets. Take a look at Burnham Square. You would like some pace to run into it. He should get it. He should get it. His jockey won this race last year. Broke his maiden by 9. Next time out in the Holy Bull, I picked him to win. He did not disappoint, winning by a length and 3/4. And in the Fountain of Youth, I picked him to win again, and well, he disappointed me. Finishing 4th, his jockey, Edgar Zayas, said, he just simply didn't feel like racing. It took me a while to get him interested. Then when he got to the stretch, top of the stretch, that's when he got interested and he started running. Well, he changed the jock next time in the Bluegrass. And Hernandez got him interested. He won by a nose. Bluegrass hasn't produced a Derby winner since 2007. And the last time a horse has won both the Bluegrass and the Kentucky Derby, you got to go all the way back to 1991. He's got some nice speed figures, but if you look at his Beyer speed figures, they've been increasing every race. They're 58, 83, 86, 90, 91, and 96. I like horses with increasing speed figures. He's 12-1. I will use Burnham Square on my tickets. At 20-1, trained by Todd Pletcher, it's Grande, ridden by John Velasquez. John knows how to win this race. He's won it a few times. Didn't race as a 2-year-old. Only 3 horses have won this race without racing as a 2-year-old, but you've had 2 of them since 2018. It's Justify and Mage. He started off 2 for 2. Next time out in the Wood Memorial, got a wide trip in that one. He raced well, though. Finishing 2nd, by 3.5, and look at that speed figure. That's a nice speed figure. Got a 97 Beyer speed figure for that race. He's bred for the distance. Post position number 10 has the highest in the money percentage at 29.5%. Pletcher has won this race twice, but that is out of 59 starters. You're getting 20-1 on the 10 horse, Grande. Long shot at 30-1, it's flying Mohawk. Looks like to me he might prefer turf. He broke his maiden on turf by 5.5. Then won an allowance race. On synthetic, he finished 2nd. Behind by 3.5. Did increase the speed figure on synthetic. It's going to need to run faster. And blinkers are coming off. You're getting 30-1 on Flying Mohawk. Take a look at East Avenue at 20-1. Yeah, he should be forward in this one. He was so impressive his first couple races, winning by 8, then by 5.25. Then in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, oh goodness gracious, he stumbled badly. That race was over when it started. 3-year-old debut in the Risen Star Stakes. He was the 4-5 favorite. Didn't he disappoint in that race? What happened? Next time out in the Bluegrass, they gave him blinkers. He only lost by a nose, posting his fastest speed figure. You're getting 20-1 on the 12 horse, East Avenue. Publisher at 30-1. It's the Maven Publisher at 30-1. He's yet to win a race. Last time out in the Arkansas Derby, took advantage of that crazy pace. He finished second, behind 2.5. Out of 98 Brisnet speed figure, 95 Beyer speed figure. He would love a fast pace again. He's a maiden in this race. His trainer Steve Asmussen, he's a maiden in the Kentucky Derby. He's 0 for 26. And his jockey Irad Ortiz is also a maiden in the Kentucky Derby. He's 0 for 8. His best finish is 4th. Wouldn't it be something? This maiden wins the Kentucky Derby, side by American Pharoah. How often do you get 30 to 1 on Irad Ortiz? Let's take a look at Tiztastic. 20 to 1. Another horse trained by Steve Asmussen. Ridden by Joel Rosario. He's won this race before. Kind of thought this horse was a turf horse. He went a perfect 2 for 2 on turf. Then trying dirt, he did well. He did well. He had some nice races on dirt. Rebel, he didn't do too well in the Rebel. And in the Louisiana Derby, he took advantage of a fast pace. Posted a nice speed figure, winning by 2.25. It's coming in from post position number 14. Last time a horse has won from that post position, got to go all the way back to 1950. But you know, these Louisiana Derby winners the last few years, they've done pretty okay in this race. 2021, Hot Rod Charlie won a Louisiana Derby and finished second in the Kentucky Derby. 2022, Epicenter won the Louisiana Derby and he finished second in this race. In 2024, Catching Freedom won the Louisiana Derby. He finished 4th in the Kentucky Derby. I don't think distance should be a problem for this horse. He got the mile and 3/16 with no problem. Getting 20 to 1 on Tiztastic. I'll use him underneath at 20 to 1. Then there's Render Judgment at 30 to 1. His trainer, Ken McPeek, said, I want to put him into an allowance race. The owner said, forget about it. Yeah, he's going to race in the Kentucky Derby. How many opportunities do you get to race in the Kentucky Derby? Ken McPeek won this race last year. This horse's only win has been against maidens. Last time out in the Bluegrass, well, he finished 5th. Since 1958, no Kentucky Derby winner finished worse than 4th in their final Derby prep. You're getting 30 to 1 on the 15 horse. Render Judgment. Let's take a look at Cold Battle at 30 to 1. Oh, good old Cold Battle. I've called him the Rodney Dangerfield of horse racing because he gets no respect. After winning the Jean Lafitte at Delta Downs, he's a perfect 2 for 2 on dirt. He goes into the Springboard Mile. He's 7 to 1. He wins that race. Going to the Smarty Jones, he's a perfect 3 for 3 on dirt. Still no respect. He's 9 to 2. He wins that race by 4. He's still perfect on dirt going into the Grade 2 Rebel. And come on, where's the respect for this horse? He's 12 to 1. And he won the Grade 2 Rebel by a length and a quarter. Next time out in Arkansas Derby, distance of 1.8 miles. His trainer said he didn't get enough workouts in with the horse. Maybe that was it. Or maybe it was the distance. You see, he's not bred for long distances. Now he's going to try 1.25 miles. I'm getting 30 to 1 on a 16 horse, Cold Battle. 17 horse, Sandman. Take my hand, we're off to Never Never Land. At 6-1, that's right, Sandman has entered the Kentucky Derby. I've waited for months to say that. All the way back to the street sense where I saw this horse finish third, and I looked at this horse and said, you know what? He'll be racing the first Saturday in May. He just had that look about him. You're getting 6-1 on the 17 horse, Sandman. In the street sense when he finished third, he was green in that race. He was as green as a pool table. Next time out, an allowance race at Oklahoma, he won by a length and 3/4. You see, these tappet horses, it take him a little while to kind of figure it out. So you're thinking, okay, maybe he's figured it out. Maybe there's light at the end of the tunnel. Next time in the Southwest, when it comes to be that soothing light at the end of your tunnel, it's just a freight train coming your way. What an awful start for this horse in the Southwest. My goodness, he couldn't have broken out the gate worse. A terrible break. I thought it was over for him. I was like, oh, that's it. He gathered himself. Closed nicely and finished second. I was impressed. The Grade 2 Rebel, I picked him to win that race. And he broke well. And Christian Torres took him back. And he took him further back. And he took him further back. I said, come on, Christian, you're taking this horse too far back. You're giving him too much ground to make up. The horse still closed well again, but he had too much ground to make up. Finished third. So next time out, Mark Casse changed jockeys. Mark Casse said, I didn't change jockeys because of the Arkansas Derby. I put Jose Ortiz on this horse because I was thinking about the Kentucky Derby. Jose got aboard in the Arkansas Derby, and he won by 2.5, but well, it wasn't because of Jose. It was because of that crazy pace that was set. And that was a ridiculous pace, and he took advantage of it. And even in the stretch, he was still green. He's got a ton of talent, this horse. He's bred for the distance. He's side by Tappet. 14 of Tappett's progeny have competed in this race. Problem is, well, they're 0 for 14. At post position number 17, well, it's 0 for 45. And Mark Casse as a trainer, in this race, he's 0 for 10. It's a lot to overcome, Sandman. Oh, and by the way, Sandman's 0 for 3 at the track. You're getting 6-1 on the 17 horse Sandman. I'll use him on my tickets at 6-1. Let's take a look at the 18 horse Sovereignty. Trained by Bill Mott. At 5-1. He needs some pace to run into, and he'll get it. He won the street sense by 5. He broke his maiden in that race. Next time out off a long layoff, I didn't pick him to win the Fountain of Youth. I used him underneath. I thought, I didn't think he'd be fully cranked for that race. In fact, Bill Mott said he wasn't fully cranked for that race. Well, he won. He won by a neck and posted a nice speed figure. Next time out in the Florida Derby, well, his jockey got injured before that. And he didn't get his usual jockey. He got Manny Franco. But he did well. He finished second in that race after a wide trip. Junior Alvarado is back. Now, post position number 18, that's not the most ideal post position. But Bill Mott, 2019, Country House, was trained by Bill Mott. And he won from post position number 18. Now, he did win by DQ. Now, Godolphin is 0 for 12 in the Kentucky Derby. This horse is side by Into Mischief. Into Mischief is the first horse to have back-to-back Kentucky Derby winners. And last time out, Mystic Dan, well, he was Mystic Dan's grandsire. You're getting 5-1 on the 18 sovereignty. I will use sovereignty on my tickets. Take a look at Chunk of Gold at 30-1. They only spent $2,500 on his horse. He's earned nearly $350,000. No matter what happens in this race, they've already won. That's one heck of a return on investment. 2 races back. Finished second in the Rizerstar Stakes behind Magnitude. I believe that Magnitude is Steve Asmussen's best 3-year-old. Unfortunately, he got injured. Next time out, Louisiana Derby. Finished second. Only behind by 2 1/4. Outrunning his odds again. Get some pace to run into. Watch out for him. Coming in from post position number 19, only one horse has won from post position number 19. Getting 30-1 on Chunk of Gold. And the number 20 horse is Owen Almighty at 30-1. When he won the Tampa Bay Derby by 3.5, Brian Lynch said he's going to the Pat Day Mile. Then he raced him in the Bluegrass Stakes. He finished 6th. Brian Lynch said, yeah, he's definitely going to the Pat Day Mile. But the ownership group said, no, Going to race him in the Kentucky Derby. He should be close to the lead in this one. He likes the track. Question is the distance. You're getting 30-1 on Owen Almighty. And Baeza will need a horse to scratch. He's 12-1. If he gets in, he gets Flavian Pratt. Broke his maiden by 4 3/4. Next time out in the Santa Anita Derby, finished second to Journalism. Put up an impressive speed figure. He's well bred. His dam produced Mage, 2023 Kentucky Derby winner, and Dornot, 2024 Belmont winner. If he gets in, do not ignore him. So these are the horses that I'm using. I'm using Journalism, Sovereignty, Sandman, Tis-tastic, and Burnham Square. Journalism is the best 3-year-old, and it wouldn't surprise me if he wins. Horse I'm going to pick to win, I'm going to go with Sovereignty. I will also use Journalism in my multi-race wagers as well. I'm not going to let that horse beat me, but I'll pick Sovereignty to win. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let me know who you're picking in this race. Good luck.